Tigers are preparing for a date with the 5th or 4th ranked Loyola Greyhounds, depending on which poll you look at. Coach Nadelen and I will take a look at the matchup on today's edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report, which starts now.
Cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Obviously, you want to be playing your best basketball coming down the stretch. If you are, it's very, very possible. You get the madness of March, you can strike gold at the right time. It's not easy to get to, but it's the goal.
March Madness returns to Baltimore for the 2016 CAA Men's Basketball Championship. Be there March 4th through 7th at the Royal Farms Arena as your Towson Tigers chase their dreams of playing in the NCAA tournament. Towson fans can find the best seats by visiting TowsonTigers.com.
Give it your all for a piece of the action. Getting involved in the moment is magic.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Rock and Jump, the ultimate trampoline park, is now open in Towson. Get big air and have big fun at Rock and Jump. You and your friends are sure to have a blast in our state-of-the-art jumping arenas. Want to be a rock star with your kids? Book their next birthday party at Rock and Jump. Our slam dunk zones, high-flying dodgeball, and super popular X-Beam make Rock and Jump the most rockin' birthday experience around. With a private party room and a personal party host, a Rock and Jump birthday party is great for the kids and easy on parents. Visit rockandjump.com for all the info to book your party today.
Playing basketball is a tremendous education. I've always felt athletics and the CAA prepares you well for life.
You're constantly faced with adversity.
It builds character, it builds leadership.
Our kids recognize the need to be successful on the court for the rest of their lives.
One of these days, the air is going to come out of that ball. It's not going to be bouncing anymore. What are you going to do with your life? Get that degree, get a meaningful degree, so that whenever that ball stops bouncing, you'll be able to do something with your life.
Hello and welcome inside the TSN Studios inside CQ Arena for today's edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. The 11th ranked Tigers will take on the 5th or 4th ranked Greyhounds of Loyola at Loyola tomorrow at 4 o'clock. To preview the matchup, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen. Coach, you move on from a team that was ranked 17th in the nation in Georgetown to now taking on a team in Loyola, and kind of opposites. You've had Georgetown's number the last 3 years. Loyola has had your number the last 3 years. How do you stress that to your kids coming into this game, or do you even have to stress it?
I mentioned it a little bit post-game on Saturday after the Georgetown game in regards to, kind of obviously how that game has gone over the past years. But we're a different team, this year than we were last and in those past years, and so is Loyola, and it's something that, hopefully our guys, I think we're just that much more mature, that much more confident in each other. We haven't started well against Loyola over the past, few games that we played against them, specifically at their place. So that's something that we're really looking to make sure we correct going into the game tomorrow, is getting off fast, being able to attack them because they're going to attack us, and be able to, obviously withstand that kind of early surge in which we haven't done well against them in the past.
Yeah, for those guys that were on the team 2 years ago, that may have been maybe the worst game that a Towson team has played under you.
Yeah, it felt pretty awful. They came out guns blazing. They couldn't miss the cage. We played on our heels the whole game. We had no answer, for them. Nobody really, stepped up. And even when we tried and had opportunities to make plays, we couldn't make it happen, even simple stuff. So a bit of an issue there. Last year, again, we started a little bit slow in that first quarter, and then, we made a good comeback, and then they got the momentum kind of right before half, and then kind of in that third quarter to help them keep that cushion. And we just, couldn't get out of our way enough, to get back even. I think we got it to within 2, and just couldn't get ourselves back even.
How has Charlie Toomey taken this team to heights that it had never seen before?
They've changed a bit in regards to the style of play. They're more aggressive out of the defensive end. They like to do more transition, and I think that was a big credit to obviously him and his staff when Dan Shamati was there as an assistant coach, and Dave Metzbauer, who were two really good offensive-minded guys in regards to how we can generate more goals. So they've used their recruits. They've gotten fortunate with some pretty nice transfers. They had a kid from North Carolina and Army over the past couple of years be starting midfielders for them for 3 years. So they've helped themselves out of the transfer process, much like we have. And they've been able to really generate productive teams through strong, sound defense, tough defense, as well as being able to generate transition and strong 6-on-6 offense.
All right, now when Loyola takes you on, let's not forget you guys aren't chopped liver here. 11th in the country, 3-0. When they look at your game films, they're going to see that on the attack, they can't just worry about Joe Sider and Spencer Parks anymore. Ryan Drenner has become an offensive force. Yeah, Ryan's showing everybody what we've seen all the time in practice. He's been able to allow himself the opportunities and cash in on them, which is great to see. He's a young man that works hard. Things don't really rattle him too much, and he's a guy that takes what the defense gives him and usually is pretty high in the percentage scale with that. And he's a quarterback style guy. Keeps his head up when he has the ball. Usually makes the right plays. So they got to worry about him, and they got to worry about all of our offensive guys. And I'm excited about our group. I'm excited about our mentality, and I know 4 o'clock on Wednesday is going to be a fun time. How about face-offs? How do you see that on Wednesday against Loyola?
I think we showed against Georgetown that if Alec is struggling a little bit, which he did when they put their poll against him, Georgetown's poll, that Steven Stillwell can come in and do well. Steven, I think, was maybe 7 of 9 or something like that in the game. Did pretty well for us there. We have 4 strong guys. They have 2 strong guys that they've shown. Savio has been consistently a very, very strong face-off guy, but it's nothing that we haven't seen in the past. And then they have, obviously they have good face-off guys, but their wings are pretty good as well. But we've been above 50% all season, and we like to stay that way this year.
You mentioned in the show we did previously that you were impressed by the way that you guys came out and were very aggressive against Georgetown. Obviously, Loyola is an aggressive team. Are we going to have 2 teams that are both going to be aggressive here, and this could become a shootout?
I got to imagine it's going to be, not a fast pace, but definitely a more aggressive-minded mentality on the offensive ends. I think it's going to be in regards to physicality and maybe a couple dirty looks early, dirty hits, one way or the other, cheap shots, whatever may happen. It's a big rivalry. Again, both teams are coming in undefeated. Both teams are, playing at a high level. It's like, you put 2 dogs in a cage and they're going to go at each other.
And 2 of the top defenses in the country. The Tigers and the Greyhounds are scheduled for a 4 o'clock face-off. I'll have the call along with Hunter Lochte starting at 3:45 on TowsonTigers.com. Be on the lookout for our next episode where Coach and I will preview the Tigers game against UMBC, also available on TowsonTigers.com or the Towson Tigers on YouTube. Coach, thanks for joining us and good luck against the Greyhounds.
Thank you.
All right. That'll do it for this episode of the Towson Lacrosse Report. I'm Spiro Morekas. As always, go Tigers.